Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of C Gonna Speed 252. If this is your first time stopping by, my name is Clarence. I want to thank you for pushing that play button. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please do. Please hit that subscribe button. As you see down below, you have my Facebook, my Instagram, and my YouTube. It's all at C Gonna Speed 252. So please join me on all those platforms. I'm excited to talk about some new cars that is coming to the world pretty much, and I'm kind of curious to see what you all think about these cars as well. So without further ado, let's talk into some of the future cars that could be coming in 2019 or 2020. So right now in front of us, we have a Mustang GT350 with an engine 5.2 liter V8, 526 horsepower, and the price could be around $61,340,000. Now, I will say this, in my car club, there are a number of people who have Ford Mustangs, and I heard a lot of good things about Ford Mustangs, heard some bad things about Mustangs, but at the end of the day, this is one of the cars that's possibly coming out in 2019, and right now I'm hearing great things about it. Even looking at this photo, don't get me wrong, I do own a Corvette, I'm a Chevrolet guy, but this Mustang really doesn't look that bad. Like one follower asked me and said, Clarence, would you ever considering owning a Mustang? And you know, I had to actually think about it because I have nothing against Mustangs at all. I have nothing against Ford. I have only owned one Ford product in my time, which is the first car that was ever given me, which was a Ford Topaz. And that Ford lasted a long time. You know, as Chevy and Ford goes, we all have our jokes about, you know, Ford doesn't last that long, or Ford stands for fix or repair daily. But at the end of the day, with the newer cars coming out, if you take care of them well, it will last a long time. I think this Ford Mustang looks great. I'm not saying I won't own one. I'm not saying that I'm going to be the first person in line to buy a Ford Mustang. But at the end of the day, they are great cars. The three things that people are excited about with the new Mustang is how fast they've gotten in 2019, the new aerodynamics, and the better suspension. Is there anyone on the channel that currently owns a Ford Mustang now? How do you feel about a Ford Mustang? How do you like it? Or in general, are there any followers out there who will actually buy a Ford Mustang or are actually waiting on this 2019 Ford Mustang GT350? So here we have the Porsche Taycan, an auto-electric car that has 600 horsepower and is going to cost roughly around $80,000. This car was pretty much introduced back in 2015, but it has not hit the market yet. Right now, Porsche is saying this car will come out in 2019. I know a lot of people are excited for the car world as far as all-electric cars and stuff goes. I know a lot of people actually are against all-electric cars. Here's a car that can possibly compete with the Tesla, because right now there is no all-electric car that kind of competes with the Tesla. This car can get up to a speed of 155 miles per hour, and its 0 to 60 is 3.5 seconds. This is kind of decent for an all-electric car in my opinion. Just off one charge, this car can run about 351 miles. So here's my opinion on the car. I like the car. I think it looks unique. I definitely think it looks different. I do not own an all-electric car at this point. Will I ever own one? It's a possibility. This car will get Tesla a little bit of runs for its money. I'm kind of surprised Toyota hasn't invented an all-electric car just yet. But at the end of the day, I think this car will probably sell just as well as a Tesla, even though it's a little bit cheaper than a Tesla. And it's an all-electric car. Do any of you currently own an all-electric car, and how do you feel about all-electric cars in general? If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please do. But here we have another Mustang, a Shelby Super Snake with 5.0-liter engine, V8 supercharged, priced around $113,000. This car was developed by Shelby American. A lot of people are going to ask, what is the difference between the 350 and the Shelby GT? Where, you know, performance is pretty much a difference, price is pretty much a difference. But another difference between the Shelby Super Snake and the GT350 is the fascia, the rear spoiler, the hood, the grille, the rear panel, and the diffuser that's in the back of this car as well. From what I was told, this car is going to be a beast around the track. It's going to have bimbo brakes, it's going to have great performance tires, and it's going to have 710 horsepower underneath the hood. So let's hope that this car is able to put all that power down on the track, because, you know, a lot of people said that they couldn't put down the 650 horsepower that came in the Z06. One good thing I can definitely say about this car that Mustang owners would love is that this car will come with a manual. I know a lot of car companies in the world is going away with manuals, but they said it Ford, Shelby Mustang will come with a manual. So I know that's something to be excited for. Now, who out there will actually drive the Shelby Mustang? Leave your comments down below. Here we go. Finally, a Chevrolet product. I know all of y'all like, when is he gonna bring a Chevrolet product out? Well, now we have the Chevy Camaro SS. This is coming out in 2019. This is pretty much the body style that's coming out in 2019 that has some positive feedback and has some negative feedback. In this Camaro, you will have a 6.2 liter V8 pushing 455 horsepower, which is not too much of a difference of the horsepower that comes in the SS currently as we speak. So this is going to be like a touchy subject for me. Why is that? Because I own a Camaro, and I know some of you all on the channel owns a Camaro. I like the Camaro. I think the Camaro is a great sports car. I think that they did a lot of great things with this car after they released it in 2010, coming from the new Transformers movie. And I think that movie also helped this car sell well. But now they're saying that it's possible this car could be going away. And the crazy part is this Camaro, well, the Camaro in general was discontinued one time in the past. Like when I mentioned 2010, that's when they had to refresh, to redesign back when the Camaro came back because of the Transformers movie. I was told that the new Camaro that's coming out in 2019 will be better for the track. It will have better aerodynamics and bigger tires on this car as well. They also say that this car will come with a dual quad exhaust, which is, as you can see in this picture here. They say it will have a more throatier sound as well. But one thing that's a difference between the 2018 and the 2019 Camaro is a transmission. In the 2017s and 2018, you have an 8-speed automatic transmission, which is causing a lot of people a lot of problems. And now Chevrolet is going to a 10-speed automatic transmission, will be in the 2019 Camaro SS. They say in 2019, regarding the 4-cylinder Camaro, it will remain the same. It will pretty much have 275 horsepower and 295 foot-pounds of torque. So here's a car, pretty much the Toyota Supra, that's going to have 336 horsepower. Now, we don't know a lot of information about this car yet, but we do know supposedly it will be debuted at the Detroit Auto Show in 2019, which is pretty much around the corner, next month. And a lot of people are super excited about this car, but I know a lot of people who also aren't excited about this car. A lot of people don't like change, and a lot of people love the old body style of the new Supra. Like, they just truly loved it. I don't know about you. I actually like the Supra. I like the new body style that's supposedly coming out, and I like the old body style. When you think of the Toyota Supra, you think of Paul Walker. Paul Walker from Fast and Furious loved the Supra. I mean, even in his car collection, he owned a few of these cars, and he did a really great job with them. And I think a lot of people just really not feeling the new Supra because it doesn't look similar to the old body style. But I think the Supra might have a lot to offer. At 336 horsepower, and it may not sound a lot, but I also don't think this car will be that heavy either, which will also be great for the track. Just kind of looking at the picture down below, not the picture on top of the camouflage, but the picture down below, it doesn't look like a bad car to me. They look like an awesome, sleek looking car. And you take a look at the hood, it seems like there could be an open glass where you can actually see the engine, which would be dope as well in this car. I think it'll be great. I heard the starting price of this car could be around $65,000, which probably wouldn't be that bad, depending on how bad you really want a Toyota Supra. I'm kind of curious, will it be a flop, or will it be something like the NSX, or will it actually be something better as far as when they get ready to debut this car next month in January Auto Show? Come on, y'all. I had to put another Chevrolet product inside the mix. I just couldn't put one in there. This is a 2019 Corvette ZR1, 6.2 liter V8, pushing 755 horsepower, and the starting price is around $115. After you bill your miles and stuff, it's going to come out to be $145,000. Pretty much what a lot of people have paid for their Corvette ZR1. We have seen this on the market. We have seen it at the streets. We have seen it at the Nürburgring. I have seen it at car shows, and this is an awesome looking car. The reason why I put this car in the video, because it is a 2019 model, which will be next year, but this car has been built in 2018. And I made lots of videos about the Corvette ZR1, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I would love to own one of these things. The Corvette ZR1 is an absolute monster around the track, and I'm gonna be quite honest. Like, I know a lot of people are buying the Corvette ZR1s, and I know a lot of people that's out there that's really interested in ZR1s, but they actually are holding back, waiting on the C8. If it wasn't for the C8, I would literally try my best to get one of these Corvette ZR1s. I lie to you not. Like, I look at them all the time. I built one on the computer. Mine came out to be like around 135 because I didn't spec it out with a ZTK package. And I didn't think it would be something I would need because I didn't think I was going to be at the track all the time. And I was actually put the car on the track. And who's to say, after, all the car stuff has gone about for 2019 and the C8, who's to say I may not get a Corvette ZR1 at some point? It's possible I could just get rid of my Camaro and my C7 for a Corvette ZR1 because I absolutely love the car a lot. But just like everyone else, we are still waiting on the C8 mid-engine Corvette. I didn't want to put the Corvette inside this video only because it is something that we don't know a lot about yet. It still could be considered speculation, and we don't know if this car will come out in 2019. So I didn't want to put this in a video with new cars coming out next year. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please do. We would love to have you part of the community.